Hello everybody, we'll be starting very, very shortly. Within a minute or two, hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. And thanks for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, everybody. Oh, we got the Mondays. Good day to everybody in the chat. A light crowd indeed. That's all right. We're going to bump those Harrisons onto that like button in either direction. Give it the people's elbow. Punch it. Squash it with a bug zapper. I don't care what you do. Throw your MJ onto it. Whatever Katie would do, just, donkey punch it. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. My name's Dave Neal from the charming state of Rhode Island, currently in the large state of California. I was thinking of a term I wanted to call it, but we're going to keep it nice, folks. Alrighty then. Where's everyone coming in from? I see Benny's in there. I am having a day. Benny Secreto is having a day. Need something to lower my stress level. Is this stress-free music for you? I feel like this is the music you play at the beginning of that 1970s period piece movie. You're about to rob a bank and you're just like walking down the street in your nice bell-bottoms, checking the time. You got, your hair thing going on. You got the mutton chops. Then all of a sudden you just rob the bank and then it's a police chase. I don't know. Just a thought. All right. Yeah, I made it. I'm alive. Birthday was great. Thank you guys so much. I'll be making my birthday vlog this Thursday. Pretty standard birthdays as far as they go. Thank you so much, Jen. Nice present. Thank you so much, Teresa, Luis, Susan, of course, everyone who sent us a nice present, a card. Much, much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A little bit of a hangover Sunday morning. You're hungover when you're just searching for ibuprofen and water, and you're like not even ready for the coffee. You just have the voices in your head talking to yourself. That was a regular occurrence back in college. I feel like you only get so many days you're able to ride out a hangover before you're at the age, which probably hit me in my late 20s, where it just hurts. And that was Sunday morning. Well, the problem was I was like, trying to have what everyone was having. I was like, all right, give me the tequila and lime. All right, give me the, cheap beer. All right, give me the, Michelob Ultra, vodka tonic. Ugh, gross. How about a Diet Coke for good old time's sake, everyone? Crystal's got a birthday coming up May 15th. Very exciting stuff. Daniel's in the house. Hey, Daniel, how you been? Good to see you. How are you? So we'll get to a few different things today. Look, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, by all means, leave a voicemail. Oh, why is it over there? There is the voicemail number. Leave a voicemail. We'll talk about some different things. Not too much in the news. Not too much. We do have, let's see if I can pop this up. Katie got her new promo. She got a lot of, hold on one second. Let me just put this in a way that makes sense here. Take care of that image, and then I'll move this. Doing it all at once. Katie, when she came out with that little Oscar night promo, not that she came out with it, when they aired her Oscar night promo, people were like, oh, what's she doing? Wear that dress. They put the zipper in the front. What are they doing? How could they, everyone just thinking they know better. Well, it turns out zipper's in the front because Katie's ready to show off some leg. You know what I'm talking about? Katie's ready to go for it. She's ready to go. They got the tagline, which you don't see here. Let me go to, hold on. Let me go to the other page that she's got with the tagline here. Hold on one second, folks. Here it is. Hold on one second. So the promo, the tagline is "See what all the buzz is about." You know, Bachelor producers love a good pun. They're referring to her adult toys, which create a frequency otherwise known as buzz. Or it's just very buzzworthy, a lot of buzz talk. Maybe some guy will show up in a buzz cut. Maybe Buzz Aldrin will show. Who knows what's going to happen over there? But good vibrations indeed. Indeed. Not that there's anything like bad vibrations. I think all vibrations are good. Unless, what's a world in which there's bad vibrations, you know? You massage tool, good vibrations. I don't know. Those beds with the coins in them that vibrate the bed, they don't do those anymore in hotels. I missed that boat. I feel like that was the 80s and 90s when they would do the vibrating beds in the hotels. Crafty Beach says, that is corny, but I like it. Your username is corny, but I like it. Crafty Beach, either you run an art store near the water, or that's your way of saying crafty beach, like bitch. Or both. AfterBuzz TV, Oz. Oh, Oz, you're right. The only buzz I don't like is AfterBuzz TV. Well, they just really stunk, AfterBuzz TV. You guys, if you don't know, I mean, I've had this sort of, I always hate to say, don't hold on to personal gripes, it's whatever. But, you know, the victory of coming out on top over AfterBuzz TV, it's just, and like, no offense to anyone who worked there, but like, boy, did they run a bad ship there. Looking at you, Maria Menounos. I mean, I'm sure you weren't really working on the day-to-day there, but here's what happens in Los Angeles, okay? If you guys don't know, this is what happens in Los Angeles. Everyone moves here wanting to make it, and people take advantage of you. They sell you overpriced headshots. They tell you these casting sites you don't need to be a part of. They upcharge on this. They just take your money that you saved working at that Dairy Queen for 3 years, and they just steal it from you. And then after Buzz TV, their business model is to let people like me that just do recaps, they provide the studio space for you to come and recap the channel. But they don't pay you, and they get all the, sure, they cover the overhead costs, but I went to an audition there, and they did this whole like hour-long speech about what they're looking for, what they're not looking for. I was like, oh, you're taking advantage of people. That's what it felt like, and you get what you pay for. No offense to the people that worked there, but you get what you pay for. I mean, the mic quality wasn't good. It's like, how are you going to run a studio and not have good mics? I don't know. I digress, to say the least. Courtney Green says Katie has to pick a Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, or even Cancer. So what are you saying? She's got 6 out of 12 options? I don't know. What's all this astrology talk you got there? Which sign is Blake? Stephanie wants to know if I worked at Dairy Queen. Can you imagine? If I worked at Dairy Queen, I would have been the king. I would have been the Dairy King because I know how to make a good milkshake. People would come in for like one thing. I'd be like, listen, between you and me, I sprinkled in some crushed Snickers. You're welcome. You know what I mean? No, I didn't work at Dairy Queen, but my first job was at a small company called Newport Creamery. Does anyone in the comment section know about Newport Creamery? Hold on a second while I get rid of, I'm going to change this background music a little bit so it's a little bit more simmer down. We're just going to simmer down this background music just a tad bit, just a scotch, as the kids say. You know how it goes. The internet runs extra slow when I'm live streaming. Yeah, Dairy Queen's great. Tasha and I have a good Dairy Queen story. We went to a Dairy Queen driving through the desert. In the desert, I don't know what the temperature is in Celsius for you weirdos that have the metric system or whatever the hell you're doing. The rest of the world. The temperature was like 115 degrees, maybe 120 degrees because we're driving through Death Valley, and we pulled over the side of the road. We just got Dairy Queen, 2 big things of Dairy Queen. Put them in the cup holders, and there was this beautiful cactus. We wanted to take a photo in front of this cactus. It was so hot. We were like, let's leave the dog in the car. Air conditioning's on. He'll be fine in the car. His paws wouldn't have done well outside. It was so hot. So we leave him in the car. We go run. We take the photo. Half a minute later, we come back. The dog's covered in Dairy Queen. He just drowned himself. He basically went into the Dairy Queen and it exploded all over him. And he had that look of guilt that was like working against that look of couldn't stop himself. You know, like dogs, they just can't stop the desire for whatever it is they want. They can try, but he just couldn't stop himself. And we ended up having to give him the rest of the Dairy Queen because he, licked and, got his whole face on the whole thing. It's 50, yeah, so that's like 50 Celsius. So Blake is a Leo, so not good. So Courtney Green, you don't think Blake is a good option for Katie Thurston. Now, what is she, a Aquarius? Is that what she is? Robin, you know Newport Creamery? Haven't thought about that place in so long. You're from Boston? Oh, yeah. Well, Newport Creamery in its heyday, I'm from Newport, Rhode Island, which is where Newport Creamery comes from. It's kind of like if you're from New England, you know Friendly's, but that's kind of like, it's kind of just like a diner that serves like fried clams and also burgers and also has its own ice cream, It's one of those places. But in its heyday, there was probably a couple hundred locations. They're probably down to like 8 locations because, they're just not exactly a beacon of culinary delight. All right, folks. Boone knows what's good. He does. How you doing, Abby Reed? How's 27 hitting you? Has the birthday worn off, or are you still riding that high? I'll tell you what, as a guy, there's nothing like a good birthday. There's nothing like a good birthday Instagram post, Everyone's forced to say happy birthday to you. Got a nice little birthday message from Katie Thurston. Always trying to get a good shout out there. I don't ask for it. I told her too. I go, look. I told this to Katie. I was like, look, my job here is not to become friends with Bachelor people. I don't want to. Yeah, I'll tag them in a post. They'll call me, whatever. I don't want to be a part of Bachelor Nation. I want to be the judicial system outside of Bachelor Nation. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just saying it is not an end goal to be like in the clique. Now, player. I want to be on the outside being like, what's up with that? What's up with that fantasy suite? What are you just going to hang out in an Airstream? What are we doing? Are we bumping Harrison? What's going on? That's what I want to be. But then people like Katie come along and I'm like, Katie's like, we got good like cousin energy. Now I know you think that's kind of creepy because I think she's great, but I think we got good cousin energy here. I'm putting her in the cousin zone. Tasha loves her too. Sarai's turning 39. Well, Sarai, here's the deal though. When you turn 40, you'll be like the young, sexy 40-year-old in the class of 40s. So the older you get, yeah, exactly. I want to be Caitlin Rose, you're right. I want to be Judge Dave. Samuel, good to see you. How are you? Yeah, I need a gavel, which is just like maybe a sex toy will be my gavel. And I just want to hit it on a fleshlight. And I want to bump my Harrison. Not my Harrison, but metaphorically speaking, I want to bump a Harrison on top of that, into that judicial system with regards to Bachelor Nation. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice if I could get like maybe a jury of my peers to come in, and whenever there's like some viral issue in Bachelor Nation, I'll like hear both sides of the case. Maybe like, oh, Blake, the Blake Hortzman. All right, it appears you've had sex with several different people during Stagecoach, and you're single, and you told them that you weren't trying to date them. Okay. And then your side of the case, and then people go back and forth, and I can make my judgment. I don't think that would last long. I think people would hate me. I don't know if I have I might be too sensitive to be the Bachelor Nation judge, but a critic nonetheless. All right, what do we got? How fun would Dave be as the host of The Bachelor? Abby, I don't know. I'm too self-centered. I need to have it be about me. The host of The Bachelor just shows up randomly. If I were the host of The Bachelor, I would just like show up on the couch and randomly hang with them. And they'd be like, you're not supposed to be on the group date. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm just kind of hanging out with you guys. They'll be like, you got to go. So I don't know. Judge Dave. I'm still trying to work on that dumping doubloons, Dave. I've had a few people send me, I don't have the other photo offhand. Let me see if I can find the other photo real quick. A few different people have sent me pirate photos. So apparently, by the way, my whole camera roll is just photos of Tasha. The amount of photos she makes me take of her, I'm telling you right now. Love her to death. All right, here we go. All photos. Hold on, I'm going to find this photo. Took a lot of birthday photos. I literally have about 1,000. I should have been better prepared. Fire my publicist here. Did you guys see the cake I made for my birthday? I actually didn't take a photo of it. Oh, here it is. Dumping doubloons. So let me send this. Hold on. I'm going to send this over to myself. Let's see if we can pop this in here. 1 second, folks. Is it coming? It says it was sent. Oh, here we go. Dumping doubloons. So lots of artistic renderings of my balloons. Hey, Creep Show Art just donated a good 20 spot, so thank you so much for that. Just sending some support. Have a great night. Hey, much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So apparently, Pirate Dave. I don't know. I think maybe Pirate Dave. You know, I was talking to my my buddy Justin over there. Do you guys know Justin? Well, shout out to Zach Clark. I wanted to shout out Zach Clark. I love that May is Mental Health Awareness Month because it reminds mean people to be nice. You have less than zero idea what people are going through. So as a default, just be kind. It might save someone's life. Just a friendly reminder to all of us that we keep it kind. I just hit the wrong button. Let me switch over here. I wanted to show you guys, I had a good idea for Bachelor in Paradise. Now you're going to have to hear me out. The idea is that oh, 1 second. Crafty Beach said I would make a good bartender. Oz as what doubloons means. So doubloons are Spanish coins. So doubloons are kind of what you would find in the in a treasure rest. And then I consider dumping doubloons. I don't even know how we got started in the phrase dumping doubloons, but it's more or less, I guess if you were being chased by a rival boat, you would dump out heavy objects from your ship to make your ship go faster. And I don't know why, but due to the some literal forces, I decided to call it dumping doubloons. And that's my way of spilling tea. So you know what I need to do is get a button, like a soundboard hit button that's like dumping doubloon or whatever. I don't know. All right, so you guys know. Here's my thought. Here's my pitch to you guys. Let me know what you think. The problem with Bachelor is that, excuse me, I'm getting old. I got one good lung. The problem with Bachelor Nation is that it's too incestuous. Like everyone who's involved in Bachelor Nation was someone who was on the show. Well, my thought is, remaining an outsider, that for Bachelor in Paradise, me and my buddy Justin from Justin Takes the Batch, we hang out at Bachelor Nation at Bachelor in Paradise, but we don't interact with anyone on the show. We hang out separate from the show, like off on a barge somewhere, maybe on our own pirate ship. And then as people get sent off, we interview them like exit interviews. So we can kind of become the commentator Hunger Games styles of Bachelor in Paradise in real time. You know what I mean? I just thought that'd be a good idea. Let me know what you guys think. Please leave a comment. And hopefully, I think Justin might be joining us one of these days for a live stream. I've invited him to come Skype in. We'll have to see how that goes. I think that's a good idea. I feel like there's a lot of crossover there. But anyway, let's see some comments. Do you eat at Famous Dave's? Just curious. General good food. I don't know if I've had Famous Dave's. Just because my name's Dave doesn't mean I eat Dave's. Although I do like Dave from Wendy's. He's a nice guy. All right, so I'm trying to read some comments here so if I can stay in the loop. Let's go. Sunshine Girl. Let's see if you're all right. You said, I am so glad you're on the live. This weekend, police was at my house. First time because my dad had his hands around my neck, and so my friend called the police. Well, geez, I hope you're okay. I hope they took your call seriously. Is everything all right with you, Sunshine Girl? I know that's kind of a loaded question to ask. You never know where you're going to get in the comments section, but we are here to talk it out. Part of my... I've recorded a podcast I'm about to release. I'm going to release it probably within an hour after I upload this. And let's see if let's see if this is the right button here. Oh, that's not it. Hold on, folks. These buttons all kind of blend in. So my podcast, it's about communication, right? It's called The Sap. It's really just me, what I do here, but it's way more focused. No chat room, just me talking. And the episode I recorded today is about mental health awareness. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, as Zach Clark had mentioned. And so many problems we have in life are because of the lack of ability to communicate our thoughts and feelings with others. So I'm really sorry for whatever you're going through, Sunshine Girl. I'm sure whatever problems your father's going through, while they should never be taken out on someone else. There's just people that can't communicate, that can't use their words. And when you can't effectively use your words, you're resorting to some like primal instinct, and I'm not making any excuses for it. We've talked about this extensively with Colton Underwood. The inability to break off that relationship and move on and face what we now know is him coming out of the closet. All these different issues. And men specifically can unearth themselves in so many dangerous ways. So it's important that we look at our brothers, our fathers, our sons, our cousins, our friends, and we look at the warning signs for people that aren't communicating properly that could use help. Problem always is, a lot of times, it's up to that person to find help. It's up to that person to know that they've done wrong or that they're in a trapped place. And so many people that are older than us, our parents, they just seem to be so hopeless when it comes to evolving into a place where they can speak to their problems and let that off their chest and, you know, all that. So I do hope you're well. Sunshine says, I'm one of your coping strategies. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the humor and content. I do appreciate you over here. And yes, as Jess asked, are you in a safe place? Let us know that you're okay. And reading these comments, Travis says, would love a Hunger Game style Bachelor. You could call it the Thirst Games. Yeah, that's a great idea. We'll get a little flare gun when someone gets voted off and it's like, we just shoot a flare gun. It's like, oh, I guess Steve's off the game. Julia says, yesterday was 10 months of sobriety. Excited to be celebrating 1 year soon. Actually have friends in Zach Clark's sober house. I've met him. He is a great dude. Hey, Julia, congratulations on your 10 months. Very, very cool. I'm very happy for you. One day at a time, folks. But, you know, I'm sure Julio could tell you, gaining control of your demons and not thinking too far in the future and just taking life day by day is such a precious gift you can give yourself. Part of what I talked about on the podcast I'm about to release, which is free on all apps, Spotify, SoundCloud, TuneIn. It won't be on YouTube unless you're on the Patreon. It's a private Patreon only, but it's free if you need to listen to it. The idea that we take care of ourselves is paramount. You cannot help others unless you take care of yourself. So we're talking about destigmatizing the workaholic attitude we have in our country. We're talking about stigmatizing men's need for self-love. Women too, of course. But this like sack up, cowboy up, man up. Just, you know, it's like, okay, well, what does that mean? That doesn't mean be tough when you don't feel tough, you know? And unfortunately, we put so much pressure on ourselves that Mental Health Awareness Month is about remembering we have addictions. We have coping mechanisms. We've done the best we could with the information we had to survive, but now we need to evolve to a place where we not react to the negativity, not react to the addictions, but try to avoid it in the first place. Try to avoid our triggers, our social media addictions, our addictions to dating apps, whatever it may be that's getting in the way of our feel-good health. Get rid of it. Address it. Figure it out. Anxiety, fear, self-hatred, whatever self-flagellating we're doing to ourselves, whether it's physical or mental, just got to go. Put a label on it and say bye-bye. So congrats, Julie, so much on your 10 months. Really special stuff. Thank you for sharing that. Amazing feat. Jamie says, I'm struggling myself, but been sober about 1. 10 is quite the milestone. Congrats, Jamie. Congrats to you, too. AC said, what happened with Sean Spicer and Tom Bergeron? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. Tanya says, I can't believe that Katie Thurston being in the leather purple skirt is going to be the trademark poster for season 17 of The Bachelorette. Poor Katie. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she looks good. I mean, that's a good looking, you know, like maybe the promo video was kind of hastily put together, but I think she looks great. She's getting a lot of love actually, from the Instagrams. I'm trying to pull one up right now. I'll tell you what, let me play some of your voicemails, all right? Let's go to some voicemails here. Let's see if we can start off with Oz. Is this Oz? No, this might not be Oz. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I don't know who this is. Let's start here. Play a couple voicemails so I can sip my soda. Oh, we're not connected. Hold on. It says it's connected. That's on me. All right, here we go. Let's go. First one. First one of the day. Oh, this is from Friday. This is old.
Hey, Dave. So I know your birthday's tomorrow. However, my birthday is on Christmas Eve. Oh, by the way, this is Avery. My birthday is on Christmas Eve. So a tradition I have is I tell everybody happy birthday, Steve. So happy birthday, Eve, Dave. I hope you have a very, very happy birthday, Steve, and an even happier birthday. Right now, what I am doing is I am making a board game for a hockey team. Really weird, huh? But when you're home all day doing work from home, you don't got much to do. So just figured I'd make some conversation. But all I really want to say is happy birthday, Steve, and have an even happier birthday. Bye.
Avery, thank you so much. I didn't realize that was from Friday. I got a couple older voicemails I didn't get to. Thank you so much, Avery. I appreciate you hanging out. Lisa Reed asked if Tasha's going to be on the pod. No, she's not. And I addressed it on the pod. We've been so busy that I've just done a couple solo episodes in a row. So we haven't done the standard podcast interviews. You know, we've been getting our vaccines and not having people over. So we finally are going to be opening up, hopefully soon, our new little podcast studio. But honestly, collaborating... And this is nothing against Tasha, because we love the actual podcast we do. But finding the time with your significant other to talk for an hour, to do the podcast can become work. So I'm trying to find a way to like do maybe one Tasha and Dave episode a month, a couple solo episodes a month, and a couple with a guest. I'm still figuring it out. I've done the podcast for 7 years, 430 something episodes, but you know, with the move, we've really gotten off of our schedule of releasing every single Sunday night. So this one comes out Monday night, but it's good, man. It's good. Like if anyone needs some like kicking your ass as far as like getting your mental health in order, taking care of you, this might be the one to listen to. So that'll be up on the podcast. You can go subscribe and all that. It's free. Alex says, thankful that you're using your platform to promote mental health awareness. As a therapist, this year has been draining, and there needs to be more coverage on this. Well, of course, thank you so much, Alex, for sharing that. And absolutely, I mean, I use myself as a case study because I'm consistently flaring my limbic system. I'm consistently putting myself in a position where I'm judging myself against others, where I'm wishing I did more. And you guys know I do a lot. I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm up at 6:30 in the morning trying to get my videos out, trying to do all this, and I'm looking, you know what I'm doing? Right over here, right behind the camera, since we moved into our new place 2 months ago, is a giant billboard with my 3-act screenplay and all the notes on it. And I feel like I've abandoned the baby that is that screenplay. I feel like I'm not doing enough stand-up comedy, and I know by saying this, I'm sharing a lot of negativity, but these are the shackles that plague me, where I go, YouTube's working out well. I want to do this as much as possible, but how can I, and I don't have an answer for this, but how can I breathe life into the other aspects of my creative energy so that I feel like I'm doing it all? And you just never feel like you're doing it all. I mean, if I'm writing a screenplay, I should be locked in a hotel somewhere doing nothing but writing that screenplay. But instead, I've got this prisoner's ADHD where like I want to get it all done, but the only thing that seems to work for me is banging out these 15-minute videos at a time, you know? And then I become obsessive and compulsive. I really do, in my own way. Some of it works out and some of it's fun, and a lot of comedy and stand-up comedy comes from like random thoughts about random things all day long. I feel like a lot of creative people also have some sort of attention deficit disorder. And I'm not even saying that necessarily as a bad thing. It's like, that's my gift, is like my sporadic thought. But it certainly isn't helping me write that screenplay. So I'm trying to just be okay. It's all right, Dave. Because I know to my peer group, they look at me as the benchmark for who's working hard. So you're never going to get everything done. How can you enjoy the process? How can you not be so hard on yourself and all that jazz? And that's what I'm working out. And now, as the world starts to open up, I'm lacking the excuses that I had. I'll tell you what. There was nothing better for my sanity than having the government tell me to go home and stop working. There was nothing better. I wasn't making YouTube videos every single day. So the government just said, go home. We'll pay you. Just chill out. And then Tosh and I were both like, And everyone in comedy, everyone that works in stand-up, it's all a rat race. Everyone was like, no one's ever told me to stop. Even on Christmas night, we're like, is there any stand-up I can do? So just to be told we can calm down and relax was like, it felt like just your mom holding you when you were a little kid. It felt so amazing. Now the world's opening back up and I'm bringing that anxiety back where I go, well, how do I get this train moving again? You know? Now, I am so grateful for the fact that I've got the YouTube train moving. So I'm able to say, all right, maybe stand-up's not as busy as I want it to be, but I am so grateful for the time, energy, platform, resources, audience, all these things that make up what this is. So it's not a lack of gratitude here. It's I possess the ability to ruminate over the lack, and I need to just shut that the F up. You got to go. Lisa Reed says, universal basic income. Well, now that I got the YouTube going, I mean, it was a lifesaver. It was a lifesaver in the sense that everything, this is what I need to do. I really do need to stay working, and I do find a benefit here. So it's not like I'm just like painting a wall 15 layers, like, oh, I'm doing something. No, it's not about just doing something. It's about how can you feed this beast by also doing that thing, and multitasking is the hardest thing any creative person will tell you. Leon says, creativity comes in waves. Perfectly normal to ride the YouTube wave while the screenplay wave is on its way. My thought is if I can get my YouTube following to a certain size, hopefully I won't feel so frantic. And I don't feel frantic, but it's like, all right, we got from 2,000 to 30,000. All right, okay, well, we don't want to lose everyone during the off season. Let's keep doing things. I guess what I need to do is say, all right, from 8 a.m. to noon, I'll do YouTube. From 1 p.m. to 3 or 4, I'll make my screenplay. And trust me when I say, if you give yourself 3 hours a day to write a screenplay, you're going to write the screenplay, okay? It's a marathon. So the problem is that we have with Resistance, read The War of Art. The problem is just thinking about the screenplay. Just thinking about the other things you want to do. You go, oh, I don't even know where to start. It's like with my vlog. I took that on and, I like to do the vlog. But then it's like the hardest part about doing the vlog is opening up the laptop and turning on the editing software. Then the actual work's not that hard. It's just cracking that book open so hard. You guys know what I'm talking about. Self-care, absolutely. Absolutely. Stephanie says, Dave, you can have it all, but you can't have it all at the same time. Don't burn the candle at both ends. We need you. No, and trust me when I say this. I haven't even come close to my ability to pump out content. It's just, I've just pushed the other things aside. So, and don't get me wrong, this has been in some ways a life-saving or changing community for me. So it's not without all the love and appreciation in the world. I just think I need to get to a place where I go, all right, that's YouTube time. Love it. Put it away. Focus on this for 2 hours. I need to you don't get a boss when you create stuff on your own. So I don't have anyone telling me what to do. I'm just following what's working, You guys are the best. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Lots of comments. I was rambling. I didn't see the new comments. Anjali P, the birthday tomorrow. May the 4th be with everyone. Oh, Anjali's birthday is the 4th. That's exciting. I'll send you just a little quick birthday love to you there. May the 4th be with you. I feel like it was just the 4th of May. Isn't that crazy? Trying to read these comments here. Caitlin says, yes, sometimes you can't think too hard about working. You just have to decide you will write, work out, whatever, and take the first step. You deserve a pizza. I had a lot of pizza this weekend. Thank you. Yeah, flow mode. Flow mode's beautiful. Absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. Today I've made 4 videos, a podcast video, and I also drove into Hollywood and did a stand-up set at 1 p.m. So, don't get me wrong. I'm so excited. I'm doing yoga tonight, and I used to love doing yoga. It's such a practice it sounds cheesy, but it's such an amazing practice to get your breath in control and zen, and also just how hard it is. I don't know. Not to make this a gender thing, but men are very top heavy, more so than women. I think women have a better center of gravity. And so for me, doing a downward dog is so hard. Guys, I can barely sit Indian style. I'm not kidding when I say I can barely sit Indian style. So when I do yoga, it's really, really challenging. I mean, Tosh will like hold a pose all day long. She'll just hold downward dog all day. And I'm holding warrior, the thing, dabbing, whatever what I mean? And it's so I'm going to practice what I'm preaching, and I'm going to give myself the gift, the self-love, to do a yoga practice tonight. And I hope I can do it several times a week. I hope I can get out there. We got the little AstroTurf outside. We're going to set up find a little good yoga. Does anyone have a good yoga they recommend on YouTube? Let me know if there's a good yoga that you recommend on YouTube. Lisa, all right, let's see what Lisa says. Lisa says, I've heard of people who have a 2-day, I lost your comment. Not only did I lose your comment, it looks like I missed Sarai left a donation. Thank you so much, Sarai. Hold on, I got to get to my, I got to get to my little screaming button here. There it is. Thank you so much, Sarai. Totally get where you're coming from. I got a BA degree in creative writing, and it hasn't been put to fully good use yet. Just keep positive. I also left a funny kind of voicemail. Oh, Sarai, let's get to your voicemail. Let's get to your voicemail. I think this is you. It says sir. It says sir on my end, which I'm assuming is Sarai, but my voice to text is not good.
Hey, Dave. It's Sarai. Just wanted to give you an update with Mark. We're still texting, but I haven't texted him in 2 days. So that's actually big for me. And it's funny, he still watches my IG stories, but he still wants to be included, so good for him. And also, I bit the bullet and I bought a new TV. I feel like I'm one of those adults in the progressive commercials when they're becoming sort of like the parents, but they're not. Because I've had my TV since 2007. So I've finally upgraded and got an LG Smart TV.
Nice.
It should be arriving today or tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, that's basically my new adulthood. I bought a new TV. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the chat. All right, bye.
Thank you so much for the call. Of course, the ongoing updates, Sarai and the guy that she's seeing or had been on and again, off again with a few different times, long distance. You're saying you're trying to make him reach out to you. I think it's great. Let him see your stories. Let him watch you live your life. Absolutely. And if he ain't ready for it, you ain't ready for him, honey. And you know that. And I think that's really great. And he may come around and he may not. And it doesn't matter. What he thinks about you is none of your business anyway, right? You're doing great. And, again, when you make a guy make a decision to see if he's going to come after you, that's a gift you're giving yourself. All right. Trust me. When you make a guy make a decision, I have scenarios that I remember growing up where I was given like sort of ultimatums, like, are we going to be friends with benefits or are we going to date? What do you want to do? And I've been honest, and they said, okay, well, that's just not going to work for me. And you go, wow, that's I'm impressed when people can make that decision and go like, I'm setting boundaries. I want something more than what you want, and that's not going to work for me. And in the end, while it didn't work out for us, like major credit to that person that's willing to know what they want in life, because now you're telling the universe and just energy in general what you're looking for, and then it's gonna expose itself to you. No pun intended. Hopefully with proper warning. Layan says, what advice would you give new content creators trying to build a platform? Now, if we're talking about YouTube specifically, I could talk for hours about this. So I'll just say this. You don't have to know exactly what you want to do. Things change, but consistency is big. People subscribe to content when they look forward to it and know it's coming. So if you aren't prepared to make one video a week, don't overpromise. If you want to start off with one video a month, go for that. Depending on what it is you want to make, whatever content it is you want to make, I would say, YouTube is built on two things: information and entertainment. If someone's entertaining, you'll watch them. If they're informative, you'll watch them. If they can do both, that's good too. Personally, I'm not the most informative Bachelor person out there by a long shot. You guys know that. I find the news that's out there. I don't do an incredible job of researching. I mean, sometimes I know some things, but I try to put a little flavor onto it. You know what I mean? I'm out at the taco truck. I'm putting some cilantro, some extra onions, a little bit of that medium sauce because I can't handle the hot stuff. None of that caliente. No mas, por favor. So, point being, find out what it is, information, entertainment, and find a way to hold on to your audience's attention. YouTube's algorithm is very simple. Watch time and people clicking on your content. So you got to give them a thumbnail they think they might want to click on. Like this thumbnail, right? It's not rocket science, but it's new promo energy and it's a shot of Katie Thurston. You know what you're going to get, you know? You don't want to include too much. You just want to give enough to get someone to click, and then you want to keep them watching. I don't always do that with the live streams. It's off season. We don't have too much to talk about, but you guys are here for me and I'm here for you, and that's all that matters in my book. So let me know if you want. I send me a DM on Instagram with like specifics of what you want to accomplish, and I'll be happy to tell you how I receive it. Because chances are, if I'm not your market, that's fine. But if I'm confused about what it is you're trying to do, then your messaging might be confusing. So by all means, don't fret. Don't worry like, oh, is this the right thing or the wrong thing? Just tell me what you got right now, and we'll work from there. I'd be happy to try to help you. Ariana Elizabeth has a great yoga YouTube channel, and then Lisa just texted me, maybe the same person. Let's see. Lisa just texted me, Adrian. All right, cool. I guess I know who I'm doing yoga with. I'll take a selfie and post it on Instagram later. I'm gonna make Tasha do it with me. Didn't get a chance to check her out myself, but my friend who's a yoga teacher likes yoga with Adrian too. Well, there you go. I guess I got a yoga person. Courtney Green says, Katie is a Capricorn. You should do an astrology episode of all Bachelor Nations, all the couples. That sounds like a great idea, but when it comes to information, I don't know anything about astrology. You know what maybe I could do is maybe I could find someone who does know about astrology and have them help me pair up the couples. We'll have to see there. All right, let's get to another one. Play your voicemails here. I'm looking for yours, Oz. I know it's in there. Hold on one second. Let's go to... there it is. I found the sheriff. Let's go to the sheriff. The moderator himself. Let me throw up your PayPal. Here's the sheriff. Let me get your PayPal up there. And everyone go give him a nice fat donation.
Hi, the sheriff here. I'm looking forward to June 7th, and also I forgot what I was gonna say. Also, I'm looking forward to June 7th, and I wanted to ask you guys, do you think Reality Steve is gonna get canceled? I personally don't think so, but that's what I wanted to ask. And hope you're having a good Monday.
Thank you so much, Oz. I didn't cut you off there, did I?
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. That's Oz's PayPal right there. Oz, you can go follow him and send him a nice little donation. Helps out with the moderating, or is the moderator. Takes care of all the business for us. Kicks out the trolls and whatnot. No, I don't think Reality Steve's going anywhere because he's got his own platform. He's issued apologies. People can decide whether they want to get the news from him or not. The only way he would sort of fall off into obscurity is if he stops getting the spoilers. I don't know who gives him the info. But if they keep giving him the info, which apparently he's got info on Katie's season, he just hasn't released it yet. Maybe he wants to wait for this whole apology to die down. I'm not sure. But no, I don't think so. Unless something like criminal or more repeated bad behavior comes out. He's done what you can ask him to do, which is admit that he's done a lot of bad things or wrong things, and he's learned from them, and he's learned about his power dynamic. What I would hope that he does is continues to talk about it. I think that's good. I think people that continue to talk about it, which, you wish people like Chris Harrison had a podcast. You'd love to hear what he's working on, what he's doing. It might be a little performative, but it might be helpful, All right, let's go to a few more here. Courtney Green left a comment. Okay, Yes, Dave, we love the grind. All right. I don't know if my comments are lagging. Dave's a one-stop place to keep informed. Well, yeah, but my information's kind of like I got buddy at a bus stop energy. I'm like the guy at the bus stop who's like, oh yeah, did you hear that story? Yeah, here's the X, Y, and Z. I'm the Spark Notes version. That's not always 100% correct. You know what I mean? Like you to marry. Trying to find a comment here. Let's go to Heather. Heather, you're up.
Hey Dave, this is Heather from Santa Clarita, California. I'm just calling to say that I have been a viewer for a long time, and I know you've gotten so many followers in the last few months. One thing I really miss is all your funny, vulgar poems. They were so funny, and I think you should bring it back maybe once a week, especially for all your viewers in the last couple months that haven't heard them. I thought they were very funny. They showed your comedic side, and I think it was funny because they were so vulgar and funny. Hopefully you'll get this message. Have a great day.
Thank you, Heather. Listen, are you trying to get me canceled? I'll consider. Here's what I'll do. The poems work well when it comes to the actual episodes of The Bachelorette. So I will consider bringing back the poems for The Bachelorette, but if it causes me any problems, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I might have to tone it down a little bit. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I just I make like limerick style poems, like, whatever. I'm not gonna do any examples here, but I'm sure. Okay, fine. I'm surprised enough people have asked for the poems to come back. Who knew Dave would be known for his slam poetry here? But sure, Heather, you got it. All right, Julius, New York City, you're up.
Hey, I'm Julius, New York City. I was just talking in the chat, but for idea, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate your channel and all your opinions and how you show both sides to everything, and just your appreciation for Zach Clark and all that. And I just really appreciate you and everything you stand for. It means a lot. And all the support that you gave me, I was like, what? But thank you so much. It's been hard, but super rewarding, and so everyone who's watching, who's struggling with that, it is so worth it. Every day sober is better than, even the best day in active addiction. So I'm just going to say that, and love you all. Thank you so much.
Hey, Julia, thank you so much for the call. I really appreciate it. I don't know, it showed up as Julius on my name, but I don't think you're not Julius Caesar. You're Julia from New York City. Thank you so much, Julia. I appreciate it. And thanks for sharing with us. And just know that good days are ahead. Things do get better, but let us know how things are going and all that. I am going to get to our featured story here. I did, not a featured story, but a quick thing here. So if anyone wants to call in about the Kelly Peter story, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Kelly Peter story right now. This is one of those videos that are one of those topics that just I haven't been following Kelly Flanagan and Peter Weber that closely because it's just a fringe topic for me. It's more like a weird sort of like they're moving on. They're not on speaking terms yet. Bachelor Dishes the Dirt posted this or reposted this from Peter. Peter Weber posted. Pilot Pete said the edge of midnight, and he posted this photo with close friend Victoria Justice, family friend. Their parents know each other from Florida. Kelly Flanagan, Peter Weber's ex, posted a good family friend of mine, ... Nice. So I think initially people were wondering, was Victoria a close family friend of Kelly's? Or was it a misplaced quote where it's, a good family friend of mine, nice. Meaning like, Peter, okay, so you are banging her. You know what I mean? So like, which one is this? Could somebody help me out with this? Leave a call and let me know what you think about Kelly. I'm not here to blast Kelly, but they broke up. They are not on speaking terms. Yet Kelly is commenting on Pilot Pete's Instagram account, a good family friend of mine, ... Nice. It seems like one of those comments you make when you've had too much Chardonnay and you're like, oh, really? Oh, you told me not to worry about her. Are you going to post a photo of her? Nice. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let's go into the comment section here. Yeah, people are asking, there's a Peter Kelly story. Yeah, there is. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, what are we even doing with this? So, of course, you guys know my friends at Smut Weekly. Us Weekly. They actually cover more stories than I do. It's pretty amazing out here. So they posted. And by the way, call in the voicemail right here and let me know what you think if you're watching live, and I'll play it at the end of this segment. Kelly Flanagan appears to take dig at Peter Weber for hanging out with Victoria Justice and good family friend Renata Sanfilippo. Oh, so is Renata Sanfilippo Kelly's family friend. This is where I get lost. Fans believe Kelly Flanagan wasn't thrilled about her ex Peter Weber hanging out with Victoria Justice following the Bachelor couple's split, but Us Weekly can confirm that Flanagan wasn't referring to the Nickelodeon alum with their subtle dig. Okay, so that's where I'm wrong. Nip that in the bud. I thought it was about Victoria Justice. The pilot, 29, Pilot Pete, took to Instagram to share snaps with Justice, 28, and fellow actress Renata Sanfilippo over the weekend. It's a pretty nice photo they got going on there. Nice power pose by Renata. Really good stuff there. I mean, give Pilot Pete a little credit here. He's looking pretty good in this photo. He's surrounded by these babes, nice colored walls in the background there. The Edge of Midnight, Weber wrote alongside the pics from Los Angeles on Saturday, May 1st, birthday of YouTube content creator and stand-up comedian Dave Neal. While his mother, Barbara Weber, a.k.a. Barbara, sent her love, commenting, "What a night." Flanagan, 29, took a dig at the former Bachelor in the comment section of the Bachelor Dishes the Dirt Instagram account, which reposted the photo. "A good family friend of mine, nice," the lawyer wrote, referring to Sanfilippo. Justice, meanwhile, previously revealed that she was friendly with the reality TV personality. So it seems to be a whole bunch of nothing going on here. "So great catching up with you today," Pilot Pete, the Victorious alum, wrote via Instagram on February 2020, while season 24 of the ABC dating series was still airing. "For those of you who watch The Bachelorette, I'm sure you know Peter. We've been friends since I was 9 back in Florida, and our moms are good friends, so let's not start any crazy rumors." So basically, Victoria Justice put him in the friend zone super fast. Left him on the tarmac, if you will. She added at the time, "I still have no idea how the show ends. Can't wait to see." So I guess the question is, what's going on? Like, what's the deal? What's the actual deal? And let me see. I don't know if I have a Reddit post pulled up here. That's Katie. It looks like I don't even have a Reddit post. But what's the deal with the shade that Kelly's throwing? Does anyone know? Can anyone help me out? Sounds like he cheated on Kelly with her. That's what Linda says. Yeah, Patsy Kenny says, "Hollywood posers pick if I say so." Yeah, they're working on all their extensions. Got to get those limbs flared. Ashley said Kelly posted a video on Instagram singing along to a song about an F-boy. That's 100% about Peter. The question is, it's like, and I don't know, leave a comment, call in. I don't know. At what point, like, we as an audience are judging them, saying, well, who's winning this? And you have to think it's Peter, because while Kelly might be speaking her truth, she's coming off looking very petty. Like, clearly there was a lot of love there. Clearly, Kelly was upset that she was never really, she was sent home packing by Peter on the show, remember? So the fact that they actually made it to a TV, made it to a next relationship is actually kind of interesting, because, they just did, they didn't have that. Like, if you can't make it work with the cameras rolling, how are you going to make it work after? And maybe Kelly, you appreciate a strong, powerful woman who knows what she wants, but Peter's done here. Your relationship's over. So, the person who wins is not the person who leaves comments when they're no longer on speaking terms. You know what I mean? If I could put it, okay, so this is what this is what Kelly said about her relationship on the Off the Vine podcast with Caitlin Bristow. "If I could put it in the best way, I think that on my end, there was just a lot of non-negotiables in the relationship. Actions kind of speak louder than words, and it takes a long time to figure that out. If there was something that I saw as disrespectful in the relationship, I would speak on it, and I was pretty vocal. Communication is huge in a relationship, and there were things where I would essentially be like, hey, this makes me feel like, shoot, this makes me feel like this way." Flanagan went on to explain that they were definitely struggling despite presenting themselves as a happy couple on the cusp of moving in together. What do you mean? People struggle in real life even though they present an aura that everything's perfect on Instagram? What? No. I essentially asked him if I could have a couple of days to process it myself before we let the entire world know, and I wanted to tell my family and my friends and just be able to process it within myself before I have it on blast. That necessarily wasn't granted. Interestingly, Weber tried to fix things shortly after their breakup. He essentially tried to get back together and was trying to work on things, and I was pretty hesitant towards all of it. I don't think I will be in communication with him. It's a place in my past. I'm focused on my future wishes. I'm so focused on my future wishes that I have photos of me, screen grabs of me commenting on my ex's Instagram. Where'd it go? So I guess the question is, was this Renata figure, was she friends with Kelly first? Because if that's the case, you got to wonder, why the heck would Peter be posting a photo with her, given the fact... So we know Victoria Justice was friends with Peter first. This is like a custody battle, folks. You know me, Judge Dave over here. Nothing like a nice custody battle. So Peter Weber gets Victoria Justice. Sold. Peter Weber gets the Bachelor franchise because he was the lead guy. Sold. But if Renata, whoever this person is doing this power lunge move, ladies love a good power lunge, you know you took a good photo if you pull a groin afterwards. So and by the way, I mean, barely, you can almost, these shoes are so small, you can almost see the Egyptian toes hanging out there. I'm going to have to go to WikiFeet to see what we're working with here. You know what I mean? Anyway, if she's friends with Kelly and Peter meets her through Kelly, Renata, or whoever this person is with a socialite name like Renata, she needs to decide which friend she's sticking with, because you can't play both sides of the coin here. So that's the true thing. Sarai says, if I was friends with one of my exes, but then he kept up bringing up sex. Well, I mean, I guess you can stay friends to a degree, but in the end, as you show, someone's always going to want something out of it. So what did Jacqueline ask? Do you think you could be friends with an ex? You can be friends with you can be friends with an ex, but your current partner might not be cool with that because there might be trust issues. There might be like, what's the motive? Is that person sticking around with you? Like, what's the deal with that? So you have to respect who you're with now. And I personally think I dated a girl who always wanted to be friends with all of her exes. And to me, I was like, something's wrong with you. Like, there's a lot of people in the world. So for you to think you need to hold on to friendships with people that you're also trying to move on with, I don't buy it. Me personally, the people that I've like had close relationships with, I've not maintained contact with. I'm not with them anymore. I've moved on with my life. In a normal world without social media and everything, you just move on. You meet someone else and you learn from your mistakes. But with this Renata character, that begs the question, and I apologize. Someone might leave a comment and say, Dave, how could you make this video without knowing the truth? I don't know what the deal is. Was she friends with Kelly? I mean, what would prompt Kelly to make this comment if there wasn't some sort of weird history there? So anyway, what else is going on here? GJ says, pretty intimate photo of them on Abigail's Instagram, though. Oh, that's a different combo. Sorry, guys. Trying to sift through the comment section here. Yeah, the whole Mike Johnson and Abigail thing, I don't know. I'm not buying. I'm not buying photos of people like hugging each other and thinking that there's a relationship, you know. Like, I need more burden of evidence than that. Helen Body said, Peter is living the life. He was never ready to settle down. He just got together with Kelly because of his mom. I don't disagree with you. I mean, Peter kind of been proven. He's just a footloose. He's a pilot. I'm not slamming pilots, but if there comes to people you don't want a relationship with, it's people who travel for a living. Comedians, DJs, pilots. Listen, I should write a best-selling book for you ladies. I'm giving this information away for free. Stay away from pilots. Stay away from rock stars. Stay away from comedians. Get yourself somebody who lives and operates in a similar area code as you and doesn't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sure there's exceptions to the rules, but you know, pilots are known as being like booze bag. They travel around. They got different ladies in different zip codes. They're doing their thing. By the way, one of my good friends was a flight attendant, gay man, and he was a flight attendant for like 30 years. And he would fly to different cities for work and party in the different cities. And I got to tell you something. I was so jealous of his lifestyle because that sounds amazing. Doesn't that sound amazing to be like, all right, I'm going to go to Ibiza. All right, I'm hanging out in Miami. It's like, what kind of flights are you on? And he's like, oh, you know, you serve some tea, you sling some Diet Coke. Next thing you know, you got glow sticks and, ecstasy sweat on your forehead. Anyway, so let's just button up this story here because there isn't much else to say other than, just looking at, it's just an example of the fact that relationships can be sloppy. They can be messy. They don't always end when they say they end. There's residual feelings. I don't know if Kelly feels like she's empowered to call him out. I feel like if you're going to call him out, you don't even do it in a podcast where we can hear the full story. Like Kelly, let's hypothetically, if Kelly accused Peter of cheating on her with her best friend, and Peter denied, and then Peter posts his photo, then Kelly could be like, see, told you, F-boy, called you out, got it, I'm right, moving on with my life, bye, see ya, gotta go. But we don't have all that information, so instead, Kelly just looks petty. Stephanie says, I heard about pilots. Yeah, what did you expect? They're jet setters. What do you expect? And sports people, they're always traveling. Yeah, sports athletes are always hyper. And look, it doesn't mean guys won't settle down, but chances are this guy's 29. he's jet setting, he's doing his thing. I mean, come on. Maybe he's settling down, but I think the proof's in the pudding. He's just not there. Stay away from baseball players, hockey players, football. Stay away from any man who makes a lot of money and travels and has a good body because they're athletes. I think that's just stay away from men in general, ladies. Go switch teams. GJ says, I can't believe these people are interested in Pilot Pete. He's a Peter Pan. Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, no denial there. So let's see. I don't think this is how little, I guess this answers my question that no one cares about the story because I haven't gotten a voicemail about it. So clearly not much to say other than what we saw here in that, is this the end of the article here? Let's see. Essentially tried to get back together. All right, so that's the end of the article. So that's it. Nothing else to say about Pilot Pete. Other than, it looks like she deleted the comment, so I can't see what the thread was, but I'm sure there was a lot there. For people that are really following the day-to-day of Bachelor Nation, they know that when you can see an X comment on your photo, chances are there's going to be some drama to be had. Chances are they might be dumping doubloons, if you will. That's just a real. So anyway, I mean, it's a great photo. She actually, doesn't this Renata character kind of look like Corinne? Remember Corinne? They kind of have a little bit of a look-alike there. It's a good-looking photo. Real angular. This looks like one of those commercials for 5G when they're showing the cell phone towers. All right. I'm making sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, no offense to Peter, but you would assume Victoria Justice is out of his league. I'm not one who follows her career. Don't know Nickelodeon. But let's just say I think she's doing okay for herself. Nick clearly needs to patch up those knees. But anyway, I do wish him the best. That'll be the end of that segment. Stephanie says, Dave for the new Wells. Oh, I don't know. I think I would, if I was the bartender from Bachelor in Paradise, I think I would just annoy people. I think that's all that would happen. I would annoy them. I would just talk to them, and they're like getting a couple drinks so they can go hit on someone. And I'm like, come here, come sit with me and talk to me. They're like, no, we gotta go. And I'm like, come on, I'm alone by the bar, hang out with me. Next thing you know, I'm throwing a party. Anyway, her commitment wasn't on Pilot's Instagram, but another Instagram called Bachelor. Oh, you're saying her comment wasn't on Pilot's Instagram, but another Instagram called Bachelor Dishes the Dirt. Oh, I understand. I thought she commented. Gotcha. I knew they posted it, but I didn't know that that's where she commented on it. Okay, got it. So that's pretty much the story there. We got Katie Thurston looking good in her new promo photo. That's all set up. Let's see if we can see. I wanted to thank everyone for going to my Instagram, and I wanted to thank everyone who commented on my birthday photo. Happy birthday. Thanks for all the laughs. Andrea, happy birthday. A lot of nice people, a lot of nice commenters in here. So thank you guys so much. Not exactly a special. What happened with this photo is I had already packed up and I was getting ready to leave, and Tasha was taking too long. So I was so weak in the knees from waiting that I ended up sitting like that. And then Tasha found it upon herself to take a nice photo there. So that's what that is. Stephanie says, what would be your paradise intro, Dave? That's a good question to ask you guys. What would my paradise intro be? I think I would be something to do with dumping doubloons, I would think. Let me make sure I got all your comments because I do want to get out of here. I am going to go give some self-love and do some yoga tonight. So anyhow, folks, what happened to my music? Oh, there it is. Last comments, last call for comments. Let's see if there's anything I'm missing in the voicemails. I know I didn't heavily promote the voicemails today. I think that's going to be it. Let's check the last comments. Give us some doubloons, Dave. I don't have much today. I'm too down. You should please make yourself a paradise intro for when you start doing paradise recaps. Oh, Stephanie, great idea. I will write that down. Make paradise intro. I got a few months for that. And I'm also going to need to make, I'm going to make a merch shirt with my, with like a nice Hawaiian shirt. I'm going to make myself a Bachelor in Paradise Hawaiian shirt. Digressing Dave. Oh, Helen just did a yoga class. Namaste. Enjoy the yoga. Have a great night. I missed most of this, but I'll watch the replay. Thank you so much, Leah. Appreciate it. Peter probably won't. That Kayla Lacey Pride rather have Victoria Justice. That's his best he can do. Oh, Victoria Justice is beautiful, yeah. All right, folks, you should be digging in the sand and find a treasure chest. Yeah, what if I do this? What if I dig in and I find a treasure chest and I open up the treasure chest and it's a cooler full of Diet Cokes. Wouldn't that be nice? Shouldn't that be how it ends? Thank you so much for the people who donated. Thank you for everyone who's checked out the podcast and subscribed. I'll have the video version on Patreon. Don't forget, tip your bartenders. Give Oz a nice little tip there for moderating. He'll post his link, and then I think we got his screen grab that, so you've got his PayPal. Julia's off to dinner. Thank you so much for calling in, Julia. I appreciate you. And yeah, we'll get you a Paradise intro. I have to look at what they've done in previous seasons so I can find something that looks aesthetically like it'll work. And then Courtney Green wants me to get an astrology expert and do an episode, please. I will look into it. I don't know. I'm a Taurus. I don't like being told what to do. I don't know if that's true. All right. Good night, everybody. Diet Cokes and doubloons on the house. Let me try to find a better song to end on. I guess this will do. Nice and goofy. It was a goofy episode. Appreciate you guys. That's it for me. Doubloon Dave out. May the 4th be with you, Anjali. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm sending out my first newsletter tomorrow morning. So if you want to join the newsletter, go do that. Link in the description of this video to my MailChimp newsletter. It's free. Sign up, put your email address in, and you get an email in the morning. I'm going to share what my birthday cake looked like. Goodbye, Lisa Reed. Thank you so much for sending me the yoga information. I hope I don't get broken. Yeah, Sarai, by telling you that I'm doing the email, it means I have to do it. Because I put it off for too long. It'll be a weekly or bi-weekly thing. It won't be anything crazy special. I'll keep it short and sweet. But at least we'll know that the system works. Bye, Lisa. Bye, Pam, GJ, Oz, Sarai, Stephanie, Jamie. Everyone else. Boy, this song is sad.